Welcome back. Today we are going to talk about something I did on a whim and what I learned blew me away. About a year ago, I saw a few videos of people using a clothing app called Indyx. Basically, the app tracks the clothing that you purchase and when you wear it. I was interested in the app, but ultimately decided not to use it. Then, last month, I watched a video by Lena Norms, and I decided, you know what? I'm gonna give this a try. So I downloaded the free Indyx app, and over 2 days, totaling 6 hours, I uploaded a picture of every single piece of clothing that I own. And what I learned was crazy, and I just had to share it with you guys. I uploaded just over 140 pieces to the app, and I took most of the photos from the internet, but if I couldn't find an item that looked very similar or the exact item, I would take a photo of the piece of clothing myself and upload it to the app. And I guess I never really thought about how much clothing I actually own until I had to take a picture of every single piece. Let's talk about some of the stats I learned from uploading all of my pieces of clothing, because I learned more than just how many pieces I own. The app breaks down your clothes by category, and as you can see, my top categories were tops, bottoms, followed by shoes and outerwear. I was actually really surprised to see that I had the exact number of shoes as I did outerwear pieces. I have way more shoes than I thought I did. Just a note, I didn't upload many accessories, only a couple scarves I knew I was gonna be using in the next few days. So a lot of scarves, hats, gloves, and other accessories haven't been uploaded to the app. The app also shows the number of items in each color. I'm not very surprised that my top colors are like black and gray and blue. I own and wear a lot of black and gray. And with all of my denim pieces, the blue totally makes sense. So this next statistic was completely unexpected to me. The app allows you to specify if a clothing piece was bought at a traditional retail store, a secondhand store, or if it was gifted to you. I have received a lot of clothing hand-me-downs from my mother and my husband's grandmother, but I had no idea that 46% of my wardrobe was gifted to me. Like what? What do you mean? That is 65 items in my closet were given to me. I did not purchase them. I have to admit, I was also surprised by my secondhand versus new clothes ratio. Before I began cataloging, I assumed that 50% or more of my clothing would be secondhand. However, only 42% of my clothes are secondhand. That's crazy to me. Like, I try to shop thrifted, and as you heard, I've been given a lot of hand-me-down clothes, but yeah, only 42% of my wardrobe is thrifted. And I don't have a great explanation as to why. The only thing that I can kind of say happened is I have a lot of pieces that I bought new several years ago that I am still wearing. And some of those pieces I wear very regularly. I'm looking at you, my work pants, which are very old and I do probably need to replace soon. The app also shows you the number of wears by category and CPW, or cost per wear. Cost per wear is really not the best metric to measure sustainability by. So let me explain. If you buy a $10 fast fashion t-shirt and wear it once, your CPW, or cost per wear, is $10. However, if you purchase a really nice dress at a thrift store for $100 and wear it 10 times, your CPW is still $10. So even though the CPW is the same, the sustainability is not. Okay, here's the biggest shocker for me. The app allows you to put in the original retail value of the clothes and then how much you paid for it. So for example, these REI leggings, which I'm actually currently wearing, are an original retail value of $70. However, I purchased these leggings at the thrift store for only $1. The app adds all of your retail prices together and your purchase prices together. That way you can compare the two. And I'm going to read these statistics for you because I don't want to get them wrong, and it absolutely blew my mind. Okay. My clothing items cost me about $6,240. Crazy. And the total value, the total retail value is $10,177. That is insane. Do you know how much you can buy with $6,000? And also, like, I knew that I was pretty good at finding clothing deals, but there's a pretty big difference between the amount I paid and the actual value. Again, keeping in mind that I was also gifted some really great pieces from my husband's grandmother and my mom. From doing this exercise, I learned a lot, and I actually ended up donating 8 pieces of clothing that I haven't worn in a while or just didn't fit me anymore. And from learning how many pieces of clothing I own, I really feel like I don't need to purchase anything else. So listen, if I buy 3 or less items of clothing this year, I think I deserve a purse upgrade. That's right. We'll see if that happens or not. I do like buying clothes, especially cool clothes I find at the thrift store, but I will try and limit myself. Anyway, there are a few other features in the app, but I shared the ones that I thought were most interesting. I have continued to log my clothes every day as I wear them, but the free insider trial with all of those insights that I just shared with you has expired, so I didn't renew that. I am thinking I might renew it again in December and get my statistics for the year, see how I did, see the most worn pieces, that type of thing. Let me know if you think that video would be interesting. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!